What's up, guys? We're back for an emergency episode of the Big Cat Chat podcast. Today, as you guys can see, it is just me and Brian, or Brian and I. Gotta get that grammar right. But today, Shawn will not be with us for personal reasons. He is on leave, you could say. He's got
Bereavement?
stuff to deal with. So it's just Brian and I today. It's not a long one. This is an emergency one because news has been coming out for a while. Let's go ahead and before you guys watch this, actually, make sure, if you have not already, go back and watch the most recent actual full episode of the podcast that came out less than a week ago. That Shawn was there. All three of us were there. We did a whole draft recap and everything. Make sure you go watch that, like that, share that, do all that, and then come back
Subscribe.
to this.
And subscribe.
As well.
Better subscribe.
Yes, we just hit 200, so thank you guys for getting us to 200 subscribers. It took a while, but we finally did it, and if there's anything I want to flex, we have more subscribers than Andre Sisco.
I hope he watches that just because of this. That'd be funny. He
saying.
comments on the video. Oh, so you want to flex that, huh? I'd be like,
he has like 170 something, or he did it a couple hours ago.
Oh wow.
So I'm just saying, we got more subs than a Jaguar, so that just says how good our content is. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop right into it. We are back. So yes, as you guys can see, the tweet is right here. On draft day, April 29th, news came out that Tim Tebow had reached out to the Jags and actually requested himself a tryout to play tight end, not quarterback, tight end. So Tim Tebow is switching positions to the position he was told to play his entire career, but he declined it, and now he wants to play it because guess who? Why do you think he wants to play tight end now? There's two words.
Urban Meyer.
Yep.
Urban Masterclass.
He declined it for nearly a decade, switched sports and everything, but as soon as Urban Meyer pops up in the league, you got Tim Tebow reaching out for a tryout. But yes, Tim Tebow did have a workout with the Jaguars tight end coach, and I don't know. They haven't directly said Urban was involved in any of these things. Everything has been mentioned that it was with the Jaguars tight end coach, but you got to assume Urban was there too. But yeah, Tim Tebow is now a tight end. And then this was on draft day. You know, it's ironic. All the Tim Tebow news has come out on the same days that Aaron Rodgers news comes out on.
Yeah.
Because the Aaron Rodgers news broke on draft day. Tim Tebow news broke on draft day, actually right before the Aaron Rodgers news. So the Aaron Rodgers news kind of masked this, and then it went the other way. But then just yesterday on May 10th, Ian Rappaport tweeted, the hashtag Jaguars are planning to sign QB turned tight end Tim Tebow to a 1-year deal, per me and Tom Pelissero. A deal that could be official in the next week or so. Nothing done yet, but he'll have a chance to make the team to reunite with his mentor and college head coach, Urban Meyer.
Close the chat. It's showing our chat, and it shows me cursing. That's going to demonetize our video if we even get anything.
We don't get monetized anyways.
True.
But
for the kids out there.
Close your eyes, kids. But yes, Tim Tebow is being signed to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Before we get into anything, any fallout or whatever, Brian, first initial thoughts on Tim Tebow and black and teal.
Oh, my God. When it first broke, I was like, it's finally happening. Not for the position you'd expect, but it's happening, and I love it. I didn't really care for Tebow as a QB back in the day coming to Jacksonville at any point. I was like, he's not
because he stunk.
Yeah, he wasn't good. But the fact that he's joining the team, I love it personally. We'll get into some other details about how other people feel about it. But I love it simply because, one, this team is very young. We need leadership on that team. I mean, yeah, we've got Trevor, but at the end of the day, he's a rookie. Tebow is not a rookie. Even if he's coming back in the league as a new position, he still has that ability to even mentor Trevor in a way if he needs it. Just be a leader in that locker room. Oh, that's clean. Just be a leader in the locker room, be a voice in the locker room, inspire that locker room, and just having him in the room, if everybody's cool with it, which I'm sure they will, it's going to benefit everybody. You just got to leave the outside noise where it belongs, in the outside. And the funny thing is, DJ Chark actually commented on his Instagram, whether it was directly or indirectly. He basically said the Jaguars were an afterthought at one point, but now everyone cares about us because we signed Tim Tebow. Like, why do you guys care suddenly? Because we signed a guy and now you're making it about different problems. And I'm like, I like it. I think it's going to benefit everybody. Worst case, he doesn't even make the team. I mean, if he makes the team and he stinks, because even though if he made the team, even though he stunk, I'd be a problem. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to want to make him earn it. And if he does, then great. If not, he gave it a shot, and then it's over. But I think he ends up making it. I think he actually does decent in the preseason. I'm excited to see how he does, and I could end up seeing him coaching at some point too.
Hopefully, he actually turns his head on time when he catches passes.
Yeah, that was horrible watching that. I was.
If you guys know what I'm referring to, the only pass, not what's it called? The only target he's ever received in his career was on a trick play, and he didn't even turn his head in time, so it hit him. It hit him right in the helmet.
It's funny because I knew what was going on too. The Jets knew what, or not the Jets. Was the Dolphins?
No, Patriots. I believe they were
Patriots. Playing. Whoever they played, they knew what was going on, and I was like, of course the Jets would manage to mess that up.
It wasn't even that great
Mark
of a
Sanchez
throw.
Too. It wasn't even a good. The throw wasn't the greatest either.
But yeah, as you guys can see in the background, I'm a Gators fan. You guys have seen the video, so I'm a little gassed because Timmy Tebow is coming to my favorite NFL team, and obviously he stinks at quarterback, but he's not playing quarterback. So come on.
The thing is,
and we don't have a tight end. Everybody's like, why are you signing? Everybody wants us to sign a tight end, but as soon as we sign a tight end, everyone freaks out. In
my eyes, he's a tight end, but he's not going to be a starter unless we can't find anybody, which I don't think it gets to that point. I think we find somebody. I mean, O'Shaughnessy's fine. He's going to start over Tebow. I think Tebow is the
only guy on this roster that has
legitimate experience.
Yeah, catching
and when
the
healthy,
ball.
He's fine. He's a decent tight end when he's healthy, but he's not a start.
I'd say he's an above average tight end at best, but he's generally a below average tight end.
Yeah, he's middle of the road. Consistently, he's middle of the road. I think Tebow at best will be a backup. He could be a starter maybe in a couple games here and there. In certain maybe trick plays, he could be involved. Certain formations, line him up at quarterback and have somebody
line him up in the backfield.
Could line him up in the backfield. Yeah, he could line up as a fullback if anything. He's got the size to do it.
H-back.
H-back, yeah. I definitely think – I don't think he's going to be a blocker.
Please, Urban, give us a jump pass touchdown.
They probably will at some point.
Who? I don't care. Throw it to James Robinson. Throw it to Travis Etienne. I don't care who it's to. Please bring back the iconic jump pass. That's all I ask.
I would be ecstatic if they threw it from Tebow to Lawrence just to piss people off.
A Tebow to Lawrence touchdown pass instead of a Lawrence to
That would piss people off, but everyone else would love it. Like
Jackson. Just imagine though, in 2021, Tim Tebow catching. Imagine, go back to the Florida days. Someone telling you that Tim Tebow, in a decade nearly, is going to catch a touchdown pass from a random 12-year-old in Georgia.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
I don't think anybody believes that, but
everyone would look at you like you just came from another planet.
It's crazy, but my general thoughts are, I love Tim Tebow. I think he's a great person. I do think he stinks at quarterback, as I said that before, but that's not what he's playing. Thing is, like I said, everybody his entire career tells him switch to tight end or try playing tight end because he's an athletic guy. I mean, obviously he's 33 now, so his RAS numbers, you might got to knock those down a little bit. But this is what he was told to play his entire career, and now he's finally doing it. And we didn't sign him. Signing him does not stop us from doing anything else because for some reason people are like, why can't we sign Ertz or why can't we do this? That doesn't stop us from doing that.
That's why I don't understand why people are freaking out about it. Like, they just act like he signed to the 53-man roster and no one else is given a shot. Like, he could be signed and be let go a week later because he got injured or something, or he just flat out stunk. Like, this isn't a guarantee or anything. This isn't guaranteed. 90-man roster, nobody's guaranteed except, like, a handful, maybe like 10 guys on that roster. Well, maybe more. Maybe like 20 guys on that roster, 25 are guaranteed a spot, like DJ Chark, Trevor Lawrence, maybe even Minshew, Roy Robertson Harris,
Hey,
guys like that.
What if Minshew gets cut so we can fit Tim Tebow on the 90-man roster and he gets number 15? I'm just saying.
I could
Imagine if
definitely see Urban doing that, if I'm being honest.
I don't think Minshew would be at the bottom at like the list of guys to get cut. Like there's still Taven Bryan to get cut. There's still Divine
they would,
Ezigbo. There's a
I
lot of
think-
guys who could just get the hammer.
I think they would try to trade him before anything, but if they don't
Yeah,
get the
for
value,
sure.
then they'd probably cut him. But I think they run with 3 QBs in the season, simply because 1, COVID still exists, and 2, it's safer to have 3. You can find other places where you have a little less. I think he makes the roster personally. I don't think he's ever a day 1 starter or starts the whole season. I think he does get opportunities to get some reps. I think he gets some receptions. I think it's just a 1-year, hey, let's have some fun deal. And then Urban really starts to get serious the year after, because this is his first year. He has nothing to lose, considering it's his first year. Granted, I don't want to see him go 2-14, but in my eyes, if we even win 6 games, I'll be okay.
2-14 is impossible, so he cannot do that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. 2-15. If he goes 2-15, I won't. I'd be pissed. But 6-11, 7-10, I'm fine with that. If we triple that's basically quadruple our wins right there, because we had 1 win. So to win 6 or 7 games with a rookie quarterback and a very young roster, I'm fine with that. But if we do any better, then we're really heading in the right direction, considering it's his first year ever in the NFL. So I'm curious to see how everything goes along, and I'm curious to see how the Jags handle this immense pressure. But considering it's Tim Tebow and not that one guy who we will not name, and I don't even remember the name of him, that was a different situation. This is not something that's going to make them change their mind, because
Oh, yeah.
he doesn't have he doesn't have any bad history. He's a Christian guy. He's
just
never had
Timmy
a problem.
Tebow, man.
It's Tim Tebow. People will get over it. This happens every year, where people find one story to hold on to and drag. But if he doesn't even make the roster, then they're not even they're gonna be done. But if he makes the roster and they see some other tight ends that are there, they're gonna be like, whatever. They'll get over it. But right now, it's a hot story. It's the dead part of the season. They need something to discuss and get pissed about, and this is it. That's nice.
It's kind of funny because it's just Tim Tebow is a great locker room guy, first of all. But then again, you never know if that's gonna really be to the same level if he's a 2nd or 3rd string tight end.
You could still add that wisdom and that leadership role.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a starter to be a leader. Chris Conley did it. He was a great leader. But Tebow is more outspoken than Conley, and he's probably one of the best leaders in college football history too. But being able to lead that team as a backup or anything is a bonus for that team needs. And for the first-year coach, a lot of young guys, we need that leadership role. Even with Trevor. Trevor is great. I'm sure he's going to be a great leader, but he's still a rookie. And you got to give that extra little boost of leadership in that locker room. And Tebow is exactly what that franchise and what that locker room needs.
Yeah, I want to say something real quick. I don't know if he's going to make the roster or not. You think he will? I'm just going to leave that to be determined, because we've never seen the guy play a tight end, so it could go either way. Before people that are freaking out about us signing a guy who's never played tight end, Logan Thomas played quarterback his entire career and switched to tight end at 29. He did great. Like, it's not impossible. There's plenty of guys who get signed to the league that have never played tight end before. Heck, a guy just got signed from the international program that's never even played football before. And you guys are freaking about signing Tim Tebow because he's never played tight end before. Come on. And another thing is, I'm not going to go into like some of the other reasons people are saying, but I'm just going to blankly say this. Tim Tebow was signed because he's friends with Urban Meyer and he has a father-son relationship, not because of anything else. It is strictly because they won 2 national championships together. They live on the same street. They're basically father and son.
It's basically Urban saying, thank you for everything you've done. I'm going to give you an opportunity. Even if you don't make it, we're going to still give you this opportunity to be in the NFL again, even if it's briefly. And he's not going to give him the job. He's going to make sure he works his ass off, which Tebow is a very hard worker. And if he succeeds, great. If not, it was fun while it lasted. He was still a Jaguar, you know? I really hope he makes the roster just because of the people that are hating on him. And
I hope he balls out. That'd be hilarious.
I
I have
really
so many
hope he plays
bookmarks.
well.
I've bookmarked so many tweets.
Even if he just is a backup and has a couple good plays here and there and doesn't stink, that's a win. If he balls out somehow
if he catches
and has
a touchdown pass, I don't care if it's his only reception of the season.
If it's a touchdown, if he scores a touchdown at any point in the season and it's a receiving touchdown, I'm going to laugh at everybody that doubted him. Like, I hope he makes the roster so badly. There's no reason he can't. The roster, the tight end room already stinks. We've got 2 blockers, and we got O'Shaughnessy and Ellefson and Tyler Davis. I mean, these guys aren't guarantees to make it. Tyler Davis, I could see staying. I think they could run 4 tight ends, maybe 5. I think they have 1 blocker.
Tim Tebow is probably going to have to play special teams, which is interesting.
If I had to guess, but based on what we've got now, if Tebow made the roster, it'd be Tebow, Manhertz, Davis, and
let me say this actually. So because people for some reason are freaking about us signing a tight end when our tight end room consists of Chris Manhertz he's either tight end 1 or 2. He's a blocking tight end. In 6 years, he had 20 career receptions.
Yep.
We drafted Luke Farrell. We went over him. He had a whopping. Oh, wait, no. Chris Manhertz had 12 receptions in 6 years. Let me correct myself. Luke Farrell had 20 in 4 years. He's also a blocking tight end. How many? Tyler Davis. Let me check his. I believe he has less than 5.
Yeah. He has potential, though, so I really hope he makes the roster. Like, he's young. He could develop.
Let's just take a look. He had 2 targets, 0 receptions, so he still has 0 receptions on his career.
Oh, God.
James O'Shaughnessy has around 60 or something receptions, but like we said, James O'Shaughnessy is probably our tight end 1 right now, and he's below average most of the time. And you guys are mad that we're signing this. And another thing is, I've seen a lot of people saying Tim Tebow is stealing a roster spot from a young person who's worked their butt off. All I have to say to that is with 90-man rosters in the offseason, if you lose a chance to make one of 2,880 roster spots because Tim Tebow took one singular spot out of 2,880, find a new career path. Maybe it's cold of me to say that, but I don't sympathize for you if Tim Tebow taking one of 2,880 spots ends your NFL dream, because you're probably going to get cut anyways, not going to lie.
The way I see it is if you can't beat out Tim Tebow,
who hasn't played in 6 years,
who hasn't played in 9 years, and is switching positions, then you're not ready yet. It's that simple. I don't care who you are, what you look like, where you come from. If you can't beat out a guy that hasn't played in 9 years, who's switching positions, hasn't played tight end since he was in high school, then you're not ready yet. And if you're a veteran, then you're not good enough. And if you got a problem with that, I don't know what to tell you. Then that's your own problem, because there's no reason that people should be getting upset about it when if you're young and inexperienced and you can't beat them out, then you're not ready yet. If you're a veteran in the league for 6-7 years and you can't beat him out as a tight end, then you are not good enough, or you're hurt or something, and that's that. Worst case, he doesn't make the roster. He's a camp body, makes it through preseason. That's it. That's probably the most likely scenario. If we had to guess right now, that's probably the likely scenario that happens. The best case is he makes the roster and he's a backup tight end or even a starter, and everyone's shocked and everyone apologizes. But regardless,
and he becomes a top 5 tight end.
That would be crazy. I would lose my
Tim
mind.
Tebow becomes even remotely better
if
than
he's even a top 10 tight end.
If he's even a top 32 tight end.
But regardless, this whole explosion about the signing is ridiculous. The reasonings are unfathomable. We're not going to get into it because that's a whole different story that doesn't need to be discussed on here, but I'm sure everyone could figure it out. Regardless, he deserves a shot. There's no reason why not. There's an obvious reason why he's getting a shot, and we already said why. So leave the man alone. He's got no problems. If he makes it, he makes it. He doesn't make it, he doesn't make it. It's that simple. That's all I got to say.
You pin that one. Where's there? I got a pen in my hand. You pin that one right there. I don't know what I'm doing, but
It's been a long day.
overall, I'm pretty excited for it just because it's Timmy Tebow, man. Come on.
Another one is he's gonna sell tickets, especially if he makes the roster. I don't care what you say, he's selling tickets. Even not just Trevor alone. Trevor alone sells tickets, but Trevor Lawrence and Tim Tebow, you're selling more tickets. You're selling those tickets to the Gators fans that now become Jags fans or go to watch because of Tebow. It's a genius move by Urban because you're getting people interested. You're getting people talking, even if it's negative. But the Jacksonville area is Tim Tebow mania. It is Tebow mania over there. They are going to attend these games for Tebow if he makes the roster, even if it's preseason.
Clemson fans are Jags fans now, and now all Gators fans are Jags fans too.
Yep.
It's just how it
goes.
So
this is a great move by Urban. He's pulling a smart move here, and
there's nothing to lose.
There's nothing to lose. It's our first year with him. We could stink, and he won't lose his job because it's his first year. He's learning. It's all learning here.
Apparently, there's rumors that not everybody in the Jacksonville building likes it. If that's true, and you're really upset because we signed a guy to a 90-man roster because he has connections with Urban, go to the grocery store, or any store for that matter, pick up a box of tissues, and go home.
And cry about it.
Because it's like, how soft do you have to be that upset and butthurt over somebody getting signed to a 90-man roster, being one of 2,880 players? I guess not like he's guaranteed a spot, but anyways, now that we're done with all that serious topics, the most important question of the day: what number is Tim going to be? Because obviously number 15 is currently taken by Minshew, but Minshew could be forced out of it. Maybe.
I don't think they can do that. I think you'd have to get paid to get out of it, but Tebow's not going to do that.
I mean, they could threaten him under the table.
I don't think Tebow chooses 5. I think Tebow, because he's a tight end, I could see him just being number 85, just because it's tight end number. I feel like he goes with the traditional route.
Yeah, he was number 5 in high school back in his Nice days, where he did play some tight end. Obviously, he played mostly quarterback. Yeah. He could be 85.
85 looks good on him, believe it or not. I could see that. Yeah.
Or it could be 11. That's what he was in Philly. I mean, shoot, he could be any number for all we know.
But, yeah, it's going to be an interesting if he makes the roster. Yeah, or when he signs, I'll be interested to see what number he gets. I can't wait when the official news comes out that he has officially signed.
I can't wait to see what the Gators post, because the Gators, they always post Gator made for all the players.
Oh yeah, they're going to be like, wow.
They are working right now to make some like great edit or something for Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
That's just the news shocked me because I remember I'll never forget when we first signed Urban and everybody was joking around. Everybody was like, "Wait, does this mean Tim Tebow's going to come back?" And then somebody legitimately asked Tim Tebow if he was going to come back to football or something.
Yeah,
and he said no. And now this is quite ironic.
Yeah, he said that, but he changed his mind. Or he just kept it secret.
Yeah, since we finished talking about Tebow, tomorrow, I just want to mention something real quick. Tomorrow is the schedule release, so I'm just going to go ahead and put out my predictions for the schedule before that happens. I think my first one's already wrong, but my prediction is Week 1 at Rams. Jalen Ramsey Jalen Ramsey's first game against us. I swear, if Jalen Ramsey picks off Trevor Lawrence Week 1, I'm going to cry. I'm just going to ball up, lay on the floor, and just cry. Week 2, Broncos. They trash. Week 3 at Jets. Probably a primetime game, I'd guess.
Oh, we're in New York? Oh, that stinks.
Well, it's not guaranteed. Actually, are we? I think we're in New York, yeah.
Yeah, the locations are guaranteed, but the weeks are not, and the times are not.
Yeah, we're at New York, so.
Damn. Yeah, it's probably going to be prime time because it's in New York.
And we're playing Wilson, number 1 versus number 2.
Yeah, that's the big reason why I think it would be a prime time, because it's first and second overall pick. That screams,
Pretty much. Week 4, Tennessee home. Week 5, Indy at Indy. Week 6. Oh, I should mention we're actually playing a game in London this year.
Falcons,
Yay!
unfortunately. Yeah, it's gonna probably be the week before our bye week. If I had to guess, I think they're gonna play that smart, which is good.
Yeah, that's what they always do.
Yeah,
But
I like
in
that.
my prediction probably doesn't go correct for that, but we'll see. Cardinals week 6 home.
Oh, I forgot about that. Played them.
Niners at home week 7. At
Oh,
Cincinnati week 8. Week
6 and 7.
9 at not Tennessee, at Houston, that dumpster fire.
God, that's
Week 10 at Seattle. Week 11, I think, is going to be our bye week. Week 12 against Miami, home. I swear, if we lose, there's like a few games that if we lose them to London, I'll rage. I want the Fins game to be it. I want the Fins, Bills, Niners, and yeah, those are the only teams that I like 100% want our home game to be at home, not in London, because I want to go to it, of course.
right.
Then week 13 at Pats, week 14 home Colts, week 15 at Tennessee, week 16 at Buffalo, not at Buffalo, home Buffalo.
Oh, that's a good home game. Yeah.
Week 17 at Houston, and then week 18, the 17th game added is against the Falcons. I don't know if it's going to be the last week, but that's just where I put it, a home game against the Falcons.
I
But
think it will be, but I'm not sure because like there's like a weird way of how they do the week 17 or the like 17th game.
yeah,
So this year it's like the AFC gets the home
home.
game. Next year it's the NFC gets the home game. So I think that could be a week 17, but we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the schedule's like tomorrow. RIP Darnell's ownership of the account. I know you're not even
Oh
watching
yeah.
this, but we love you, Darnell.
Imagine if he was.
Tweets don't hit the same. But yeah, let me go ahead and stop to share. Hope you guys enjoyed this emergency podcast. Sorry Shawn was not here today, but hopefully he'll be back next time for the big pod. But yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, do all that. Go back to the most recent episode of the podcast. Like, watch, share, subscribe, do all that for that one. And just stay tuned for all future content that is going to be coming from me, Brian, and Shawn, hopefully somewhat soon. See how that situation pans out. But yeah, Tim Tebow is coming to Jacksonville. Let's go. But anyways, have a great day.